Okay.
This is 37th Street TV, and of course, we are out here hooking you up with the best of the best interviews. And today we have a special guest. So, guest, please introduce yourself.
My name is Hakeem. That's my professional name, but my official names are Joseph Otieno Odhiambo. Yeah, and I'm the music executive, production manager, and the A&R Black Market Records. Yeah.
Yeah. So, from your IG, I can see you are an entrepreneur, music executive producer, music consultant. So, I want to know what came first.
Okay. What started first? I started as a music manager. Maybe I can just say like an A&R. Yeah. Basically, I'm a music manager. Yeah.
So when you talk about
So from all that, I gained all the experience, and now from that, I started becoming a producer, music consultant, and all that. So yeah, I became a full package. Yeah.
So when you talk about executive producer and music consultant, can you talk to us about what does that really mean? So what do you do?
Okay, being a music executive, basically what I do, my part is I majorly do the commercial activities of the music, like where the money comes from the music, doing the distribution, doing the promotion, marketing, and getting all these deals for the artists, like getting them new shows, getting them on these are how do you call it, the corporate deals and all that. Yeah.
So for you, when had you always wanted to do something when it comes to art and entertainment, or was it just an opportunity that came and you decided to exploit, because people usually want to become doctors, lawyers, you see, and you are in this field. So is it something that you had planned from a long time ago?
Okay, what I can say, like growing up, I had different dreams that I was like trying to pursue. I wanted to become a pilot. As you all know, a lot of us people, we do have big dreams when we are kids, but as we grow up, we start filtering our dreams. Yeah, so I wanted to become a pilot, but one of the things that really make me interested into music is that my environment as I was growing up, it was really influenced by people from the industry. My stepdad was he's a music producer. He's from the States. Yeah, he's the CEO of Black Market Records. His name is Cedric Singleton. Yeah, so growing up, he was like giving me these tips, and I started getting interest on like okay, apart from this being a pilot, but there's also this music that I feel like I really love it, but not liking it like I wanted to be an artist, but I wanted to be like part of the music thing. So I started like looking up what can I do like to be part of the music, and that's when my dad brought this idea of becoming a music. You can be a manager, you can be like a promoter, and all this stuff. Yeah.
So I just want us to go straight into it. Like you, of course, you work closely with Black Market Records, which is a huge record label here in Kenya. So
yeah,
a record label like that, I want you to talk about how do you, if an artist wants to be signed, what are some of the things you guys look at?
Okay. Basically, those are some of the areas that I handle in my department. I do the talent scouting, and mostly what I always do, like we can do like ciphers, we can do challenges, and then through that we can easily with a lot of years in the industries, with a lot of sound engineers, we can easily judge an artist, and you can even like just tell that this one is the right person to work on his music, to make it whatever thing that it needs to be perfect. If it's not perfect, yeah. So we do all that. So when we do a challenge, I look for the best artist who has done the best challenge of all, and that's how I get an artist who I want to sign. But most of the times also it happens whereby an artist can just release a song, and I feel like this song is the next big thing that I can work with. Then I can just approach the artist, we talk on this, on that, then we come in an agreement, then we strike a deal.
Now you see, in Black Market Records, you guys have signed a couple of artists. So according to you being a manager, I want to ask you, like, do you think signing a lot of artists causes a lot of pressure, because dealing with one artist is usually very hectic. Now you guys have signed a couple of artists, so like how is the management of an artist, or you have very different managers for different artists?
So what happens in my department, we are divided into different sections. That is, if you have like 20 different artists, into the management, you have like 20 representatives who is handling each and every artist, by which you make sure that your artist is having the following things that he might need, whether when it comes to audio, video, photography, or doing maybe promotion or any tour that he needs to do. So each one of these individuals, you have to like give us a report every week that what your artists have done throughout the week. Yeah, so it's something that is yeah.
I want you to talk about like just as a record label. You know, many guys don't usually understand what you guys do. So talk to us about maybe the benefits of an artist being signed to a label compared to just an independent artist doing his own thing.
Yeah, so by that, I'll begin by saying just like the way you can look for any other job. I can come and talk to you like today, and we want to do business together. By which means like there's something that I see in your business that will make my business grow, and there's also something that you see in me. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at gaining something, right? Yeah. So an artist may come into the label and will sign the contract with us. Then what normally happens is that when you sign a contract, it gives you an ease to do a lot of things, because there's some things that an artist can't afford. Like something like promotion is too much big for an artist to work on his own. Let me say, if you need a lot of money to spend on your videos, there's some artists who don't have access to that. And like you can't just go to anybody and say like, shoot for me a video, because everybody is at the end of the day is trying to do business out here to make some money, right? So if you come to me and say that like an artist comes to me and say that he needs a video, then basically I'll tell him that before I give you the video, then let's come to a deal. What's going to happen at the end of this thing? Is there any cut that I'm going to get from this? Then we strike a deal. Most of the things, one of the things that usually happens is that these artists, when they come to sign the contract, they don't look at the business side of this thing. They only look at the side where they're benefiting, where their videos where their videos get done. Where their music get done on the promotion, but they don't account for the money that is being spent on these projects. You see, so they end up spending a lot of money, not thinking that they're supposed to be giving this money back. You see, yeah. So basically, what I will say, like, it's better for an artist to have a label. That is, those artists who are unable to stand for themselves, they should get like labels to help them in pushing their music. But if you are an artist who can just do it by yourself, then well and good. You don't need like a label to do it for you.
You've talked about what you do in the side of management and promotion, and even looking for corporates to work with your artists. So if an artist is signed, what is also, I want you to talk about now the responsibilities of the artist. What should the artist do? You have talked to us about what you do on the side of the management. So talk about the artist. What should the artist do?
Okay, what the artist should really do is just to produce the music, because from there we take care of everything. From after he goes to the studio, from there we pay for the music, we take the music, we shoot the videos, then we do the distribution. What always makes these things now to become difficult is that the artists think that now when you join a label, then you release the first music. That doesn't mean that the money is going to come immediately. If a label signs you and then they give you money, that's like an advancement, which means they'll just come again and take it at some point, you see. Yeah, so what usually happens is that an artist should just get to the studio, then they should be like obedience. Most of the things that we encounter by most of our artists is that an artist can say that he's going to the studio, you send the money to them, then they don't show up to the studio. So we have like this kind of not trusting each other, and sometimes you can call somebody to a video shoot, somebody comes late, so it's lateness. They are not committed and all this. So that's what really affects us in this game. But if the artists can just do their part, whereby they just come to the studio, they obey because now when they come to us, they want our help, which means we oversee everything, because even us as Black Market Records, we are looking after making money. So we want to make more profits from the music, which means we won't look after the failure of an artist. We want the music to make more money so that all of us can gain. So what happens is that, yeah, so the consistency, the artist will release a song today, then an artist think that one song a month is it, then you wait for another month. And you need a lot of music so that you can get a bigger audience to grow your brands and to get these big people who wants to do business with us, and that's how the money comes.
I want us to talk about now, let's say an artist has brought to you a song, you have listened to it, you have you feel like this song is a very good song. Talk to us about what happens when you pre-releasing and after releasing. Just talk to us about that, because guys do not know, for guys who are starting out, they do not know the procedure of releasing music. They just upload it on YouTube and they go home. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, so we usually have like a time frame that we give ourselves. Like let me give, for example, we have this project called Soko that we did with the Mbuzi Gang. Yeah, we usually give it like 6 weeks, which is that's like let me say that's like 2 months or something like that, or two, yeah, basically like 2 months. So within this period, the first week is going to be the recording of the song. After recording of the song, then we're going to give it another week whereby the producer is going to be working on the song, mixing and mastering. After that, the product is finished. So from there, we have a couple of DJs, we have a couple of people who are good listeners in the game. Yeah, so we might take the same projects, we send it to a couple of producers like Marvon the Beat, Cash Kid, Request. Yeah, then each and every one of them will give us their opinion on what they feel on the song. If there's any adjustment that we need to make on the song, then we do it on the third week. Yeah, then after that, now the another thing that we do as we plan for the video shoot on the fourth week, that song should be on that song should be sent to all digital platforms like 2 weeks or 3 weeks prior before you release the music, even on YouTube. And it's really best for you, like let me say, for example, an artist can do like a collab with a big artist like Major, and you want your song to blow up. It's good for you, like you can strike a deal with people like Boomplay. You give them the song exclusively, like for a week, they just play it on Boomplay alone, where like people like your audience can only access it on Boomplay. And in return, what they do for you, they give you like free marketing for you. They market for you that for 1 week. Then after that, you can release it on the other platforms. So first thing is recording of the song. Then you give yourself some time as you also think about marketing. Then once you set your song, you send it to the digital platforms, that is Spotify, Boomplay, and all the others like iTunes, yeah, Apple Music. That's now like the 3 weeks remaining. Then you release your song. Then now you work on your video. From the video, if you feel like you want to work on the video, because the video is not necessary for you to do. So if you feel like you want to do the video, then you can do the video that's on the fourth week. Then you have like now 3 weeks left. 2 weeks left. On the fifth week, now you start distributing your music on the radios, TV stations, and maybe you give the 3-piece to the DJs. Yeah, then now on that same week, you can tell the radios to start spinning your music as people wait. That's now you give the official release of the audio. So basically, you should give yourself a timeline of 6 weeks, by which each and every week has its own activity. Yeah, so by the time you come on the 6th week, your song has a lot of impact because you have a lot of supportive content. You've been shooting like behind the scene dance videos. You get a lot of TikTokers if you can get access to bloggers. That is on the 4th week, whereby you're sending the song to the radio stations. Yeah, so on the 6th week, you go boom.
Yeah, that's very well explained. And I also want you to just react on you being at Black Market Records and you starting, and right now you have a couple of artists that you guys are working with. So from the moment you guys started till now, can you say that you have really progressed? What are some of the achievements that you are very proud of?
Okay, what I can really say, like when we started way back in 2018, the name Black Market Records was not known by many people, and by that time we had a few artists whom we had signed, like we had signed the Mbuzi Gang, who are by that time they were not Mbuzi Gang. Yeah, it was just Joe Face, I Foolish. Then so what I can say, like we've really gained a lot, because the Mbuzi Gang, as you can see now, where they are, you can see them everywhere on YouTube and all the social media. They are making waves everywhere. Yeah. If you look at somebody like the Boondocks as well, whom we signed in 2019, they are also somewhere, even if they have been sluggish, but somebody like X-Ray or Muranga, you can see where they are right now. Yeah, same to Sailors, even though also on their side we've been also having difficulty in working together, but you can see also on their side somebody like Miracle Baby is still doing music. Like Siang is working on his music, has been shooting his videos, making his EP. Actually 2 weeks ago he just released his latest EP. Yeah.
So another thing is, when we are dealing with artists, this is something that you touched on earlier, and I want you to talk about artists who later come to complain that this record label is not good, they mistreated me, they stole from me. So according to you, what's usually the problem?
Okay, I will mention a few specifically, like let me say like the Sailors. You remember, like okay, when we sign the contract, or one of the agreement that we agree on is like the first 3 months of our contract, an artist should be giving us an album. Yeah, because we have terms and conditions. Under our terms, we say like under our terms, you give us one album. Under the conditions as well, you give us one album, of which you read and you agree yourself. So what usually happens for these artists that usually come back to complain is the same area that I was telling you, where people don't account for their work. Because, you know, when you come to Black Market Records, we don't see you like somebody who is incompetent. We see you like somebody who wants to do, like, these are two business entities that have agreed to work together, right? I serve you the contract. If you can't read it very well, you look for a lawyer who can help you interpret, then you will sign something that you understand. So you'll find like we have assigned an artist whereby we are paying your rent monthly. And by paying your rent monthly, you should be producing music every month. Like every month we expect you to be working, because it doesn't mean that now because you release the hit like a month ago, you don't work. You need to be working on your music at least every month we see you in the studio, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, so what happens is like you find an artist doesn't go to the studio, doesn't release any more music, or the kind of music he's doing is not working, which means if your music is not working out, you need to be thinking of other way of changing your art and style, and maybe fusing with some other things, trying to look for new collabos, of which we as a label, we help them when they suggest which kind of artist they want to work with. Yeah, so by that they start, you find that by the time, because on our side as the label, we do account for every penny that we give out. So you find that like the agreement that we have, the artist was supposed to give out an album in 3 months. He has already violated the first agreement that we agreed on. He's coming to release, and you know what, we have also consequences under the contract. If you break the first rule, there's consequences for the first rule. We as the label, we have the right to do some things that of which you read and you agree before you sign the contract. And those are the things, those are the measures we always take, whereby if we pay for you rent and you don't want to release more music, we cut off the rent so that you can get back to the studio. Yeah, so some artists, you go home and you start complaining. We as a label, we are in business, not just because of the way you feel, then we'll just come and help you, because you still need to come. It's just simple. Come to the studio, record your music, we pay your rent. That's the way we always do it. You can ask for a few comments, like somebody like Siang is from the Sailors. We do pay his rent. Why? Because he keeps on releasing music. Same to X-Ray. X-Ray releases music. Moranga do release their music. We do pay their rent. Maddox was disappearing because he had some issues with himself, for which he fixed. But you see now those are the kind of things that affected him, and we stopped paying his rent. But after he fixed them, then we just came back to the agreement. We kept on doing what we had agreed on. Yeah. So what usually happens is they don't do account. And for us, we can't just keep spending money on you after we felt like we've invested in you more than we are supposed to, and you're not showing any signs of there's no fire coming out of you. Then we have the right to drop you.
Now again, because you know what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I just want you to talk about in this country. Let's say if an artist doesn't get corporate deals, but people really love his music, they go and stream on Spotify, Boomplay. Is that revenue enough for an artist to pay their bills, to live their life?
Okay, what I can say is that first thing I would like to comment is, like, most artists, they tend to forget the reason as to why they are doing music. Because as for me, I can say I'm working because I want to pay some bills, right? But there's an artist who doesn't have, like, we do have like these seminars, but they don't usually come. When you invite them, they don't want to come, because we have like the Gengeton Festival, which was just held like 4 months ago in 1824. And we had all these people in the industry who control the music and the TVs and the DJs and everything. They were there just to give the advice on what these guys should be doing to work with them, but none of them showed up, you see. Yeah, so these seminars are just meant to help them understand what they should be doing when you get to a label. When you are an artist and you're not getting like these corporate deals, and you want the music to feed you, music will do one thing for you. Music gives you attention, which you never had before. And through the attention, it's up there to the artist to see now the kind of people who are coming to you just because of the music you have released. Music will start making you go to places. For example, you can see somebody like Moya David. Just because of dancing, now he's flying over the country. That's the same thing that an artist should do. When you get the music, this music will take you to people who are big people. Like, you'll start hanging out with people like Eric Omondi, start hanging out you understand the deep. Yeah.
Yeah, I had lost you a little bit.
Hey, Roger, are you getting me now? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So as I was saying, so as I was saying, the music might not be able to like get you enough money from the streaming for you to pay your bills. But what you should be doing is that when you get to these places where the music gives you the opportunity to access some places with connected people, that's the time you should be utilizing that time. Because most of these guys, they forget one thing. When they get to these connected people, they get the drinks and the food, and that's what they think that's all their life. So when a person with a brain sees you when you're coming because of just eating and drinking, that's what they will serve you, see. But when you come to me and you speak some sense to me, I'll have a chance to maybe invite you sometime back, maybe to my office, we talk 1, 2, 3, and that's how you build your channels and you start doing other things. You need to invest when you're getting shows. People start business with a very little amount of money here in Kenya, as little as 10,000. An artist get like 100,000 in a show. That's a lot. That's a lot of money for you to start investing in your own businesses. You see. Yeah, but nobody does that. So after the shows are gone, because you find like in Kenya, even if the industry is still weak the way people are saying it, but at least it can ignite, it can put some people in inertia whereby you can start doing your own things. It's enough, because if somebody can start changing their own life because of 10,000, what about you, somebody who is making like, even if even if your time for shining is just like 1 year, how many deals have you got in a year, or how much money have you gotten in 1 year, which you never had before? So these are some of the things they forget. You get into too much peer pressure, bad friends, bad decisions, and boom. And another thing I want to say, these people who are trying to advise artists not to get into label, that's also bad advice. You can't just say that labels are bad. Let an artist have an experience, because everybody's learned. If your understanding never got you well informed to work with other people, let the artists try their own experience, because not everybody is bad out here. Yeah, because you will never, the way people, most people, you'll never don't expect good people everywhere. Yeah, you should be prepared for because that's how the world is. Today you fall today, but what do? You wake up tomorrow and you move on, because now who will be there to wake you up if you fall today and you say that now I'm stuck here, you come and help me? Everybody has a problem.
Yeah, as we are finishing up, I just want you to talk to advise guys who are starting out. You just talked about artists are usually warned, do not get signed to record labels. So for guys who are starting out, they even want to be a talent manager like you, maybe they want to start pursuing music, and others want to be producers. What can you tell them?
What I can say, if you're an artist and you're coming up and you feel like you're having a burden, you have a good music, but you're feeling hardship in producing your music or getting the videos, then it's best for you to approach somebody who can help you do these things. Because one thing, when you sign to a label, it's like you guys are in terms of shares, you guys are 1 against 1. So it's up to you to, if your numbers goes up against the record label, then that's what we count to you. If you have a lot of wins, then you support, you can get whatever you want into the label. Then but if you're making more losses in the label, then there's no way, because you make more losses but you keep on having problem outside, which needs to be sorted. So first thing, let everybody be focused. If an artist, you feel like you can produce your own music, approach a label to help you. But before you read, make sure you get a lawyer, which I'm sure the lawyers are able to read the contract and get everything correct. Unless you just get these people who lie to you that they are lawyers, but they don't understand. But if you get a true lawyer, if it's a bad contract, you just tell you, this one, not necessarily. I can't say that contracts are bad, but what I can say is that some terms are so hard for people to keep. You see, yeah, you just sign, but later on the terms are so much hard for you to keep, and that's how you fall. But if you're an artist, if you're a producer, please pursue, reach these people who can help you, and just stay focused. There's nobody who can block you from getting whatever you want to get.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro, for giving us your time. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, bro. You're welcome.